What's up, guys? It's your boy Prince over here,
Yo yo, I'm Kage.
and we are Monster Hunter streamers. The main thing that we like doing in our stream is helping people, but we wanted to kind of address a few things that we've noticed in stream that would better help us accomplish our goal of helping you guys be successful at the game.
Indeed. One of the things is leveling up your armor. Now, I know that with the recent updates, armor has become a little bit expensive to upgrade because there's more levels, and for that, we have a nifty Guiding Lands loop, which the video is over on Prince's channel as well, and that'll help you get Zenny and armor spheres just by simply mining in the Guiding Lands.
And if you like numbers like I do, then you can easily rack up between 45,000 to 60,000 fuel in the span of about an hour of running through the Guiding Lands loop, especially if you follow the one that I outlined on the channel. It's a good way to spend your time, especially if you find yourself going through bounties or going through hunts, just praying that RNG gives you some Zenny and gives you some armor spares. This is honestly the best way to maximize your time to do that. So, in a sense, you almost don't have any excuse not to have armor leveled up beyond 1. Because if you're walking into a hunt, especially the big hitters like Arc-Tempered Namiel or the Master Rank Kulf Taroth hunt, you're going to be hit harder than we are. And even if you don't have it augmented, the best thing about the new limit on armor levels is that you can get it unaugmented up to where we had it before augmented. So you're already going to be beefier than you would have been without it. So you just need the resources, and that's why we have that cold loop for you.
Indeed. And to get it augmented, if RNG has been unkind to you, like it's been to a couple of friends of ours, instead of going into the Guiding Lands to get Great Spirit Vein gems, there is the Tempered Ruin Energy event, Ode to Destruction, which is a great quest, and given the current state of the world, they have extended the availability of it. So even now that the festival has ended, we still have that event up. At worst, you would have to run it maybe 5 times, at least maybe 2, depending on how your RNG plays out, to get a full set of augmented Rarity 12 armor.
Now let's say, for example, you want to go into the Guiding Lands to get it. The 2 monsters that are the best for doing that are going to be the Tempered Nergigante and the Tempered Velkhana, mostly for 2 reasons. One, they're not extremely hard fights, in my opinion, but also they drop a lot of broken pieces.
Because they do have a lot of breakable parts.
And aside from having a lot of breakable parts, they regenerate their breakable parts. So every time you break Nurg's spikes or get rid of Velkhana's Minecraft armor or whatever, you get the chance to drop some white shinies, which you're going to end up picking up. But at this point, there's another notion I want to touch on, and I want to make sure that you guys do, especially if we're going to be sharing our Guiding Lands lures with you. It's slotting in that Geologist 1, which is super important. The community knows all about it. Basically, all the white pickups that you get in the Guiding Lands, you can gather an additional time from it if you have at least Geologist 1 in your build. And it's a level 1 gem slot, so it's not that hard to slot in.
Likewise, there is a level 4. There's 2 variants of the level 4 Geologist, I believe. There is regular Geologist, which gives Geologist 4, which gives 2 points, and there's Hard Geologist 4, which gives 3 points. So you can essentially maximize that skill to either halfway there or fully there with just a level 4 Deco slot as well, if you're lacking any level 1 slots. Likewise, lures in the Guiding Lands are a bit of a limited resource. So, as Prince said, if we're hosting things in the Guiding Lands, if you absolutely need a piece for augmenting, wearing Geologist goes a long way. Because if we lure out 1 monster, if you're getting double pickups, then it counts towards essentially us using up 2 lures, which in turn, by saving that lure, helps more people in the community by allowing us to then host it for someone else and keeping that resource. Otherwise, it's basically us having to run out and farm up lures in our off time, which is kind of tedious as well, and basically just puts extra work onto our plates. If you essentially help us by limiting the amount of strain that we have, it just goes a long way and definitely makes us feel a little bit more respected in that sense.
And of course, especially if we are in the guiding lands, I know a lot of people, the easiest complaint that somebody gives me for not slotting in Geologist 1 in your build is, I have to lose a point of vitality, or I have to lose a point of critical eye, or I'm losing, this skill or that skill.
I'm losing my deeps.
Your deeps do not matter in the guiding lands, because ideally, if we can prolong the hunt longer without letting the monster retreat, that's more white pickups we can get, especially for breaking parts off a Nurg or a Velkhana.
Mm-hmm. So, and if the longer the monster actually stays around, the more times it'll potentially de-aggro, so we can throw it into the wall with the flint shot.
Absolutely, because that's one of the easiest ways to get those white shinies is a wall bang, basically.
Mm-hmm.
So
because if the monster doesn't have breakable parts like Ruiner Gigante or Velkhana, like for instance Namael for the health regen.
Yep. Once you run out of parts to break,
there's a limited number of parts, so the wall bang is the best way to maximize those enchanted Finehide pickups.
Yep. It's going to come
in addition to bolstering it with the Geologist.
It's going to come to the point where you've broken the wings, you've broken the head, you've broken every part of a monster, and at that point, it's not going to drop those white shinies anymore unless you wallbang it. Mm-hmm. So you want your hunts to last longer.
And shall we move on to the main point of the reason for these so-called helpful guidelines?
No, absolutely. I'll let you run through this one, because...
The main point of this is that, yes, it is occasionally tedious work, and for some parts of it we can help out. However, when you want that nicer high-end gear, if you're coming in with under-leveled armor, if you're not running Geologist, that's going to make more time for you. If you're getting one-shot by an Arch-Tempered monster, and we fail the quest, we don't mind. We don't mind running it again with you, but if it's a constant thing, it's going to be more tedious for you. You're going to get more frustrated because it's taking so long. And in turn, we're not going to be able to help as many people per streaming session. So by helping us, by leveling up your armor, we can get you through the things faster.
That's essentially what it is. We just want to help this community that I love so very much, that I've been a part of for the better part of a decade, to succeed at a game that's all of a sudden becoming very popular. And I know there's a lot of people that are jumping into this super niche game that don't know a lot about the finer mechanics of the grind. And it's a definite grindy game, but you got to put the work into it. If you want your fancy aqua shot, you got to be able to build around it.
More so is that by being able to stay in the hunt and not cart as often, allows you to actually interact with the community. I have a lot of joy playing in multiplayer, seeing some ridiculous things happen, and then being able to laugh with my team about it afterwards. And if you're constantly running back from camp, you might miss out on that moment. And that's what we want. We want to help people experience that stuff, to be the competent hunters that they want to be. And we offer help and we offer resources, both on our live streams and off our live streams, a la Prince's channel.
Yeah, it's all about helping folks and getting people through this grindy game, because at the end of the day, it's a game. I get that. It's a game. It's something we're supposed to have fun with. But honestly, getting frustrated and, almost feeling like we're trying to help you out, but you're expecting us to backpack you, that doesn't make us feel very good, because it's not, in a sense, helping you out any. Because sure, you may get backpacked by your friends and they may carry you through all the hard points in the game. You're going to find yourself not being able to hunt on your own. You're going to find yourself not being able to grasp the mechanics of the game because you let other people fight for you.
Indeed. And that true enjoyment comes from being able to stand shoulder to shoulder with your fellow hunters and succeed in the game.
Think of it like this. I'm not trying to give you a fish. I'm trying to teach you to fish.
Way to go all biblical there, Prince.
As the old adage is so.